Welcome everyone, how are you doing? I hope you all had a good week. We're back with this thing here. Will we this time not lose a 50-50? For the first time in a year. Who knows? We will figure this out because I was a good noodle and look at all these fucking primos I got. Wait, I can buy a new one because I just did TCG. TGC? The card game thingy. It's a bit addicting, I admit. It's a bit addicting, that's why I'm here. Oops. But yeah. I would say, why was that? I don't know. Let's go to a pretty spot. And I don't know why I'm here. Let's go to a pretty spot. Where is pretty spot? In Veronera, where dreams come true. Let's go there. Let's do a temple and then let's do story because I am limited time today. Because I also have other things I have to do today. So I hope we will be able to do the story and pull for Skara all the lives. But yeah, let's just go. Phew, pew, pew, pew. Come here. Also, funny thing, because I was grinding a lot for chests, which you can see here. Look at all my 100%! 100%. Okay, so this is a very pretty spot. Let's do a temple. I'm 5 pulls in, so very far away from a pity. But we at least gonna get one full pity, and I just hope I'm gonna win, so... I'm not gonna look. And I would also like to have the Miku look-alike for Shao. That would be really cool. Hey, I lost my pity at least 15. And it's a Tenari. I can live with that, but... Okay. Right. But hey, the curse is not broken! I swear to God. It's a Tenari. There is no luck anymore, Sasha. I lost my 50-50 already. This was our first temple, and I already lost it. It's okay. Okay, we got a Tenari, that's okay, I can live with a Tenari. At least it is Tenari and not Mona. Okay? And we got the Miku lookalike. That's okay. I can live with that. But sadly there is no 15. It was 15, Sasha. 15. I was barely into anything. But it's okay because I have him in my main team anyways. What is that? Tenori's charted a crit rate is increased by 50%! Oh, that's good. Is it a vow? If I lost another 50-50, is it truly a vow? I don't know, man. Let's do another pull. So, okay. So we're 10 pulls in. Where is she? Where is she? There she is. What do you need? I think you need the scarabs, don't you? No, you don't! Oh, thank goodness. It is super early, at least it's something. But I still lost my 50-50, which is just being very frustrating at this point. So, let's level her up, because I want her anyways. What does she use? A bow? A sword? I'm not sure. Okay, I don't have whatever you need. But that's okay. What do you use? A bow. I have a 90 bow still here. I'm gonna give you those. Whatever. Attributes. What does attributes? Oh. Give me a second. Okay, let's do some story because now I'm gonna get him out of the way. God damn it! God damn it, I can't even gamble correctly. That's not where I wanted to go. That's where we wanna go. So, anyways, let's go up here. Can't even gamble correctly. Well, this is gonna go. Let me post something.
Come on, serious suggestions, please. I'm not trying to write a thriller here. It's supposed to be an essay, you understand? An essay. That means facts and logic.
Well, if it's facts and logic you're after, you shot yourself in the foot with your choice of research topic, didn't you? The Tatara Suna mystery. When so much remains unexplained, there's little to be objective about. Unless, of course, you restrict yourself to textual criticism.
Yeah, well, this is my teacher's area of research. I can't change that. But it's fascinating enough without having to sensationalize it, don't you think? The strange location, the missing details, a mysterious person. I want to write my essay on something interesting, and I'm interested in getting to the bottom of all this. That's the only reason I came to you.
Yes, you came to me, so all the more reason to take my advice. The fact is, it's the dramatization that will make people want to read it. There's no getting around that.
What?
Okay, but...
Why are we talking about literature?
Did one of them just mention Tatara Suna? But that's all the way in Inazuma! Is it just Paimon, or is it kinda unusual for someone in Sumeru to want to write a paper about that? Everyone here is just going about their business. Maybe it really is just Paimon. Guess people here are free to research pretty much anything. Great! Let's go find out what this Tatara Suna mystery is all about.
So... Why are you always opening up that thing, please? Where are we going? Here we're going.
Alright, I guess I'll go with my textual criticism and your editorial direction for the first draft. I have a feeling that the missing
awesome.
Kabuki-mono will end up being the main focus of this paper.
What do you want to hear from me? I'm still losing my 50-50 since a whole year.
Like the kind of thing she'd know about.
Can we just acknowledge the fact that that's just unfair?
Oh, you're the traveler.
Imagine I would have gotten Skara in 15 pulls and would have enough primos for I'll hate him in the future. Imagine that, wouldn't that be awesome?
No, of course I believe you. Actually, I first heard about your great exploits when I was still in Inazuma.
Wait, am I going back
This
to
is my
Inazuma?
first time coming face to face with you and your mysterious silver-haired companion. I couldn't believe my luck, and out of force of habit, I started, examining the evidence. Sorry.
Oh, you're right.
So what, for the love of... Sorry, we don't get out much, so our social skills are...
Oh, I am stop being positive about this shit. The moment I lost my third 50-50 in a row.
A great deal and been to many places. Would you be able to tell us about Tatara Suna?
Actually, we don't know much about that place either. In fact, we only came over here because we heard you talking about it and wanted to learn more.
I see. My teacher chose this area of research as a personal challenge. He said it's difficult to get into because even Inazumans don't know much about Tatara Suna's past. But who'd have thought that...
If you don't mind, I'd love to show you all my outline for the book
Oh,
I'm
we're
writing
going
about
back.
Tatara
Oh, I think I get it
Hold
why
on,
we're going
Sawada.
back.
Don't you think that's a bit of a deep dive for a first read?
Well, fair point. In that case, please ease yourselves in gently by taking a look at Akaba's latest essay draft.
Let me give you some background. This all started with the discovery of some records in Tatara Suna. The writings mentioned someone by the name of Mikoshi Nagamasa, who crafted a fine blade. But in the end, he threw it into a fire to destroy it, and killed his servant Katsuragi. Why? Well, no one knows. Apart from the sword maker.
Well,
his servant,
shouldn't
and the
you?
one who wrote this
And
all
yet
down,
here we
the
are.
records also
Like,
mention
it's
a
literally been a
kabuki
whole year. The
This
last time
seems
I
to be
won
an
my
Inazuman word
50-50
for
was,
an
let me take a
eccentric
look.
stranger. Someone who dresses funny or acts in an unusual way.
It wasn't Ito.
That's right.
It was Kokomi.
Akaba's teacher has spent quite some time
And I didn't even want it
researching
Kokomi
these
that
events on the
badly.
ground. This
She was
kabuki
the
mono
last
lived
time
in
I won a
Tatara Suna for a
50-50.
while before disappearing without a trace.
That was in
shortly
September
afterwards,
last year.
As Akaba mentioned,
It's
things
been
got
over a
pretty ugly.
year.
So first this strange person goes missing.
Over. Since then I
Then
pulled
a
for...
murder happens?
Sorry.
Hmm,
In a second.
seems
I pulled for
kinda
Ichigo.
fishy to
I pulled for
Paimon.
Ayato. I pulled for actual Tonari. I pulled for Saino. And now I'm pulling for Scaramouche. And someone in the middle, I didn't post to someone. I have someone else who I pulled for and Dingard. I think I didn't post everyone. Anyways. It's been way too long. Way too long. Also, let me make some lights. Why are they talking about killing things? I swear when I started the stream it wasn't dark. So I need to listen to the main story. I want to know what the main
my
story
thoughts
is.
Exactly.
We have to listen
so
to
I
those.
helped out too. I asked everyone I could think of if they knew anything about what happened back then. And wow, did I get lucky!
Uh-huh.
Stop shouting!
This part's important. I just wanted to make it stand out.
Oh yeah, sure.
It just so happens that a friend of mine works at the government records office. He looked into it for me, and I can now confirm that all the aforementioned individuals did, in fact, live in Inazuma over 400 years ago. Even back then, Tatara Suna was already at the center of Inazuma's smelting industry. The man in charge was a government official named Niwa. Curiously enough, it seems like he went missing too.
Okay. Could be.
Wait, so there are 2 missing people in the story now?
That's right! What's more, Niwa is a name with a lot of history to it. Have you ever heard of the great swordsmith clans of Inazuma?
Oh, the swordsmiths? Yeah, like Ishin art and so on?
Wow, yes, you really know your stuff. That makes things easier. So basically, this Niwa was a distant relative of the Kaidahara clan, the last practitioners of Ishin art. Something then seems to have happened in the Kaidahara clan, leading to their downfall. I don't know the details, but
Oh, we know the
taking in light
details,
of
don't
everything
worry.
else going on around that time, it makes you wonder whether it's all connected somehow.
The Kaidahara clan?
Sawada, you left out the biggest detail of all.
There's more!
Of course! How could I forget? Brace your minds, ladies and gents, for they are about to be blown. Or maybe you won't believe your ears. I wouldn't blame you, of course, because in all my years as a writer, this is by far the most.
Get to the point, for Pete's sake.
According to information acquired by Akaba's teacher, the Kabuki Mono was not a human, but a puppet.
Oh no! A puppet! Shogun puppet that the Electra should be ruling Inazuma but for as we speak. It could be her. The Kabuki Mono has to be the balladeer, but what was he doing 400 years ago in Tatara Suna?
Aha! Judging by the looks
Well.
on your faces, you do know something after all.
No.
Glare at Paimon and hope she shuts up?
creepy.
Oh my god.
The way you described it makes it sound like a ghost story.
You can't tell me that Oyo is
But
liking
considering
Paimon
that
at this point
non-human
anymore.
races in Inazuma are by no means uncommon.
The
spooky
times
events are to be
characters just
expected,
told her to
and that's
shut
exactly
up
what my
is
book about.
immense in
Please, take a
Sumeru.
look.
Extract 1. A man arrived in Tataratsuna around 3 in the afternoon. From afar, he spied laborers walking along the mountain roads toward the factories, their shoes scuffing along the jutting stones. They walked like people convinced that so long as they reached the fire raging in the mountain's belly, they might extract from it gems beyond price. The mood that the sight inspired was ineffable, beyond mere description for those not present to witness it. The man barked a cheerful greeting and sprinted to join the procession. There, a towering character who stood half a head taller greeted him with a heavy slap on the back. And yet, his words were filled with respect. Do my eyes deceive me? Sir Miyazaki, I cannot think that the return trip here from Inazuma City could have been easy on you. Miyazaki smiled like a young man taking the first steps on their journey, expression relaxed. Why Katsuragi? Inazuma is the realm of the almighty shogun. I sailed up on the fastest ships, strode up on the swiftest sea routes. What dangers could I have possibly faced? And what about the good news? There was some, naturally. The two burst into uproarious laughter, roughhousing with the other workers until the path's end. A young man dressed in a linen shirt and wearing a handscarf gazed into the dancing flames of the furnace before him. Now, the flames of a forge are unlike any other, for their intensity affects the resulting integrity of both metal and blade. So too, then, was the Flame Watcher, an unusual individual. At his fingertips sat a lizard, and on his face he wore a smile. The workshop was huge, and the furnace was deeper within. A reasonable person might think that there should have been many working alongside the Watcher, yet he stood alone. Only when Katsuragi and Miyazaki strode into the room did the Watcher turn. This Watcher was Niva, armory officer and administrator of Tatarazuna. That's a mouthful of a name. Born to the Niva clan, which served as one of the 3 pillars of the Ishin art, Niva never argued with his siblings, and was a worthy successor by all accounts. The post he received as a result of his high standing with those in power served as a statement unto itself. Miyazaki handed a well-bundled text to Niva as he adjusted his expression and said, "It is as you have said, sir. The elders of your clan in the city do not think highly of our plan. Yet, I still believe it to be worth a try. As such, I have found the proper vendors and procedures to procured the materials that you requested." Niva studied the text and nodded. "We should try some of these new forging techniques, whether Karihara says yay or nay." I'm pretty sure 400 years ago nobody said yay or nay. Katsuragi frowned, and with a sigh he said, "Forging is a prized and difficult undertaking. You know this better than most, sirs, and still you seek improvement each day with terrifying drive. Ugh, should my lord Nagamasa... These names! Should my lord Nagamasa hear this, the soreness in his face shall be hard to miss." Niva smiled, replying, "And how goes the forging of your lord's great blade, Katsuragi?" Katsuragi neither wanted to shame his master, nor lie to his 2 friends, and yet he could not think of any way to deflect, and so grazed. "I see your ears are as keen as your hands, Sir Niva. The jokes of us unlearned men are as nothing before you." Miyazaki hid his grin. Upon hearing this, Niva released the lizard from his hand into Katsuragi's palm. But just as more words were to be exchanged, someone walking nearby, their footsteps light with the celerity of youth. The head that peeked in was round, and in the light of the fires, looked like an old jewel. The young man placed some boxed food at the side, and nodding, he prepared to leave. Katsuragi called out after him, "What about your share? Aren't you going to eat it?" The young man, upon hearing these words, found himself slightly at a loss. After a while, he answered, "Very well, I'll try it." "You are welcome to the food. We'll all eat the same fare after all," Niva said. The man nodded and left seemingly deep in thought. Extract 2. The Kabukimono was by the coast. Wasn't Kabukimono a name? Katsuragi was the name. I'm having issues with names, I'm sorry. Sunset fell to the accompaniment of darkness. The bands of twilight showed themselves not, for in their place did thunderclouds roil, grumbling the omens of coming rainstorm. Darkness filled the flesh of the sea, and the dusk bade the clouds to kneel upon the land, its supplication mirroring the Kabukimono, with knees bent and face pointed towards the water. None passed that way, and none knew what he was waiting for in silence. Time passed unmeasured and uncounted, till a black cloud suddenly tore free from the sky, and began to circle the Kabukimono, bearing down on him like a nightmare. Though he was not aware at first, after his studying gaze was refined by time, he understood. This cloud had marked him from the very start. Outbound, a fishing boat drew near, the lights of its bow flickering in and out of sight beneath falling sheets of rain. A mist unspooled across the area, stealing sight from the fisherman. Repeatedly he exclaimed, "It is but dusk. How are my eyes darkened? Is there anyone that can deliver my boat upon safe tides?" Like a falling spear, the black clouds reached the bottom of the boat, and was joined in its bereftness of directions. Like a charging beast, they plunged into the shorelines. Scant steps away, the Kabukimono stood idle, slanting his head to study the grand wreck. None but half an arm was left of the one who had cried out for help, and with a plop, it landed at the Kabukimono's feet. He crouched to better study the object, straining against the urge to take a bite out of it. What? Yet he did not, for the dark clouds swirling down had already picked the remnants of the ship clean. The Kabukimono stared at it blankly, like an awakening dreamer. When he returned to himself, the clouds had scattered as if they had never been there at all. As for the ship, could it have been struck down by a storm? Who was to know? Not the Kabukimono. What am I reading? Extract 3. Katsuragi rushed to the doorway and shouted, "My lord, things go ill at the furnace. I have searched for Sir Niva, but there is no trace of him. And much time has passed since Sir Miyazaki left to seek aid. But... oh, was that the dude in the ship? But he has yet to send us any missive. Look." Mikoshi Nagamasa turned slowly by, babe. I did not give you attention, I'm sorry. Mikoshi Nagamasa turned slowly, his face grave as one attending a funeral. He spoke down, his words heavy laden. "I wish not to say such words, Katsuragi, but Sir Miyazaki may never return." Katsuragi peered past Nagamasa's broad, stiff shoulders beyond the windows. The clouds above boiled in waves of black, as if darkness now was the only weather, and might even morph into an abyssal beast and devour Tatarazuna whole. Over 10 people had already perished. That was why... Katsuragi recoiled as if struck. Yes! It was coming back to him now, in drips and drabs. That was why they had to set out to seek aid. Miyazaki had been the first to set sail. The clouds had only just begun to form then. Traveling from Tatarazuna to Inazuma to ask for support was normally no great feat. And yet, there had been no sign of his return. Then, a second ship was sent, followed by a third and a fourth, till the Kabukimono himself had departed upon the charts, under full skies and ominous fortunes. It had been Katsuragi who had brought him back and treated him as his own, and it pained him greatly to see the lad go. Yet, the situation in Tatarazuna was severe. Even should they sacrifice more lives, it would have been worth it to gain assistance from Inazuma City. Neo was gone, and none could find him. Afterward, Nagamasa led a search party into the mountains and the area around the furnace, all to no avail. Folk began to wonder if Niva might have encountered an accident, but very soon turned to suspicion, and they wondered if he had fled, unwilling to bear the sin of having caused these incidents. The people grew even more suspicious, and Nagamasa himself strained against his discontent and fury. His face had grown to resemble the rumbling clouds above. Suddenly, a figure flashed by. Their presence did not go unnoticed by Nagamasa. He drew his blade and cut, though he only nicked the silken veil the intruder wore. For a moment, they swayed, and then, like a marionette pulled by strings, they moved behind Nagamasa, laughing darkly. "Are you seeking someone, my lord? Niva, perhaps?" Nagamasa bellowed in fury. You dare address her Niwa directly? Yet, the figure parted like mist before his falling blade, only to re-materialize beyond reach, but not beyond sight. A ghastly apparition indeed. Was it you who slew my people? Nagamasa howled. Oh, I wrote that way... I read that way too... way too chill. Sorry, imagine there was emotion in that sentence. Held back only by Katsuragi's desperate grip. As his senses returned to him, he realized he was but an inch away from falling into the furnace. It seems that the rest of this work remains unfinished. From the existing text, however, it is apparent that this is a novel of fantastical, colorful sensibilities, born from an imagination well utilized.
Oh, and please read my essay draft as well.
Oh, no more? Oh wait, I need to drink something. Give me a second. There's more. Okay. Details. This text belongs to a series of works sponsored by the Wahumana's Wellcutter project. It has yet to be numbered. Offer, Aquaba, Abstract. The Tatarasuna area has always been a major pillar of Inazuma's smithing industry. 2 incidents have occurred here, and the details behind the first are vague at best. I believe, however, that there might be a hidden history behind the events that transpired. Hence, this paper will attempt to analyze what may have unfolded from the available data. Glossary, Tatarasuna area, Reiden Gukaren, Mikoshi Nagamasa Kabikumono. Introduction. This paper continues and expands the work of my mentor, Mr. Rumi, in his report on the happily hidden tales of Tatarasuna, and is intended to further this avenue of research. According to the data, the blade forging techniques of Inazuma were This is studying amazingly. Were originally handed down from the Electro Archon, also known as the Raiden Shogun. Using the arts they inherited from the Archon, the people of Inazuma devoted themselves to the process of forging. However, strange rumors that do not quite fit the steely nature of metalwork yet linger about Tatarasuna, which was a central pillar of the forging industry. Are you coming back? Are you trying your luck again? I still need to read, babe. There, the Mikoshi and Niwa clans, along with an eccentric puppet, serve as the 3 windows of insight we need to investigate the truth behind what happened. Bloody. Strange notes from the Tatarasuna area. Their contents are as follows. 1. Perhaps I overstepped, but I think that Sir Nagamasa's mood grows better when he forges blades. The obsession to cleanse the stain of the name Mikoshi must eat at him. Also, Sir Katsuragi discovered a nameless eccentric while patrolling around Nazuchi Beach. Number 2. The inspector brought a certain number of jade steel ingots. Sir Katsuragi discussed matters of smithing deep into the knife of the vice armory officer. 3. We at least made a single Nagamaki. We called it the Daitatara Nagamasa. The inspector was in high spirits, and he and the vice armory officer Nozomu was so taken by the beauty of the Daitatara Nagamasa. That's a mouthful. That he drew a picture of it, and he performed a sword dance of the wandering eccentric. 4. And we could not find that eccentric. The inspector flew into a rage and slashed Katsuragi. The great blade cut deep into the flesh, cast his own Nagamaki into the furnace flame. Nozomu could not abide by the order and drew the completely metal weapon out of the furnace. He was horribly burned. 5. Nozomu died that night. I dare say that while Sir Katsuragi may have committed malfeasance, it was out of goodness of his heart. Isn't he the dude who just cut down someone? No, it was the inspector. Okay. Oh, Nozumi was the one who got the weapon out. And that's why he died. Okay, never mind. Kinjiro hid the Nagamaki in Nozumu's drawing in the arsenal. Nagamasara is harsh, but also knows right from wrong. But even so, he is not amenable to reason. His name indicates one obsession with purity. Still, I and some households of Tatarasuna have not been blinded by the matter of Nagamasa's mother Chiyo, and we trust him. I also remain unwilling to forget the joy of creating the Daitata. What is wrong with your ear, babe? Is everything okay? Do you need a little scratch here? Is it better? Yes? Okay. Is it better? Okay. I also remain unwilling to forget the joy of creating the Daitata or Nagamasa with him, and that joy of watching that nameless eccentric perform the sword dance with Katsuragi. Before we withdrew, we should have divided the arsenal key into 3 parts. I need to look for three keys now. 1 for the inspector, 1 for the armory officer, and 1 to be left in Tatarasuna itself to prevent theft. So that they are not get stolen. But we were in too much of a hurry, and neither the inspector nor the armory officer could be found, so I was so bold as to hide the 3 pieces within treasure chests in Tatarasuna. I absolutely have to find those. The 7 notes mentioned prior have been scattered across the Tatarasuna area. Among the 7 notes, 6 seem to be of good physical integrity though. They all look quite old, while the last one looks more recent. I believe that the first 6 nodes and the last are of a different time period, though the gulf in years between them needs to be verified. The contents of the first 6 should also be related to each other, as the incidents mentioned are quite consistent with one another. Rumi once mentioned in Happy Hidden Tales of Tatarasuna, hereafter known as Hidden Tales, that in the past researchers from Sumeru had investigated the cultural histories of Tatarasuna and Inazuma. Though the place has fallen into some degree of disrepair since the Hidden Tales were written, things have improved since the time when I wrote my original article. Regardless, what used to be an area of mere industry remains, a place most inhospitable, and residents of Tatarasuna may be found living and dwelling by the waters. The residents, when questioned, told the researchers of Tatarasuna's golden age centuries ago, when it was administered by Armory Officer Niwa, Vice Armory Officer Miyazaki, and Inspector Mikoshi Nagamasa. Yet the elders among the locals with deeper ties to the region also seemed to stress the fact that there were strange rumors surrounding their homeland's past. A great many of these rumors revolved around the yokai, who are so very characteristic of Inazuma's folk histories. A small portion, however, repeatedly mentions the word puppet. It should be known that puppets are neither traditional nor common yokai in Inazuma. This fact drew the attention of the researchers to delve further, and eventually the following pieces of information came to light. A puppet did once appear in Tatarasuna. Its visage was elegant, its apparel impeccable, and the way it dressed hid all the joint lines on its body. If no one were to mention that it was indeed a puppet, it would be hard to tell at all. Additionally, this puppet seemed to possess special joint lines that would fade with time, potentially even disappearing altogether, which would perhaps eventually make the puppet seem entirely human. The name of the puppet was known to almost none. Some folk claimed to have spotted it appearing around Tatarasuna, while others mentioned encountering it in the central regions of the area. Some even claimed that it would frequent the beach. Tales spread of it standing beside the sea and gazing across the waters toward Inazuma City. What it was that the puppet was gazing at remains a mystery. Oh, that's for sure, Skara. As mentioned earlier, the 6 notes all documents a certain nameless eccentric. The eccentric, which can also be read as kabukimono, is usually used in Inazuma to refer to a figure who dresses or behaves in a peculiar manner. It is understandable, therefore, why this character would have left such an impression. Should the people of Tatarasuna indeed have had a puppet in their midst incurring mass panic, a good possibility in considering the coexistence between yokai and humans in Inazuma at large, then the puppet would have very likely become a local resident. What is less well known is if the kabukimono was just another title for this puppet, perhaps because it was uniquely dressed to distract attention from its more special characteristics. A workable theory, but one that still lacks enough evidence to support it. Still, it can be retained as an analytical lens of sorts. I need to drink something again. God, we're starting this with a lot of reading. A list of individuals related to Tatarasuna has been compiled here based on historical documents from Inazuma. Starting from the administrators, the records are as follows. Armory Officer Niwa. Full name Niwa Hisahide. He was the inheritor of the Ishin art and successor to the Niwa clan. His family, along with the Akama and Kadahara clans, were together known as the Ishin Sansaku. Records show that Niwa was a modest and intelligent individual who displayed remarkable talent in in the administration of territory and people. I should brief more in between. His eventual whereabouts are unknown, but he was suspected to have left Tatarasuna with his family following the incident. Vice Armory Officer Miyazaki, full name Miyazaki Kaneo. He was Niwa's second in command. His origins are unknown, and he primarily assisted Niwa in forging and personal management. He was of affable temperament and had many friends in the regions, including one Mikoshi Nagamasa. Inspector Mikoshi Nagamasa. I can't read anymore. The successor of the Mikoshi clan adopted son to Oni warrior Mikoshi Chiyo, and the younger adopted brother to Mikoshi Michihiro, also known as Iwakura, the successor. With his mother missing and abandoned by his brother, Nagamasa alone bore the family name, striving daily to wipe the shame from their history. Through records state that Mikoshi Nagamasa was a stubborn figure, he was also noted to be a person of moral virtue and integrity. It has been noted in various records that he practiced forging swords for self-cultivation, and especially requested special instruction from Miyazaki to further his capabilities. However, after the famous blade Daitatara Nagamasa was forged, he used it to slay his subordinate Katsuragi for reasons unknown at present. Katsuragi was... we don't know. Subordinate Katsuragi, there he is. Katsuragi's full name and background remain unknown. Despite all the materials I have sorted through, I have yet to find any more additional personal information regarding him. As one of Mikoshi Nagamasa's subordinates, he was a loyal warrior who had been saved by Nagamasa in his youth. From then on, he swore to stick by his lord through thick and thin, and to give his life in service if it was but asked of him. Well, he got killed, so I guess that worked out. But Kabukimono, full name unknown, background unknown. From the many sources I have compiled combined with Rumi's personal observation, this character might have been the puppet mentioned in the rumors. The Kabukimono was a figure of fashionable grace and gentleness. According to the hidden tales, he was brought back to Tatarasuna by Katsuragi and became a member of the community. When the Kabukimono first arrived in Tatarasuna, he knew nothing of cleaning, cooking, or any work of meticulous nature. The locals taught him their skills over time, showing him how to clean his attire, dance, and craft small trinkets. Records say that the Kabukimono was there when the Daitatara Nagamasa was forged, though his trail ends before Mikoshi Nagamasa slew Katsuragi. I believe that the Kabukimono was indeed the aforementioned puppet, and that he quite likely had a hand in Katsuragi's. No, wasn't Katsuragi the friend?
Sawada was encouraging me to follow his more creative approach, but I think essays should be grounded in facts. I don't think explaining everything away with mysterious forces will cut it.
Isn't Katsuragi the friend who died in front of Skara? That's what I would interpret it out of darts.
How about if I plug the holes in Sawada's narrative with political intrigue? Like, I could put a turf war between rival factions at the center of the whole series of events.
Wait, you're allowed to just make stuff up? Pretty sure you've gone from essay to guessay there.
Akaba, look. Your teacher has researched this extensively. I've reached out to everyone I could think of. Whatever information we have now is all that there is to know. This is as much detail as you're ever going to get. Besides, if there really was a political power struggle going on at anything like the level you seem to be suggesting, what hope would we ever have of finding out the truth?
Good point. Okay, back to the drawing board, I guess. Give me some time. I need to find a new angle on this.
As long as I don't have to read for half an hour again, I'm good.
All right, thank you. If you find out any more info about all this, please do let me know. Thanks so much.
Sure. No biggie.
Hey, so that thing they were talking about, it has to do with the balladeer, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Okay, then even if we did know something about it, we probably couldn't share it with them, huh? After all, we kicked his butt and got him locked up. Information about people like that is usually super confidential.
Yeah, that's one way to put it, huh?
If you ask Paimon, Akaba should just pick a different topic. There must be as many essay topics as there are trees in the forest. There's no point in...
Did he not get his reskin yet?
He
Wait.
literally just went by. over there. It looked like
There he is.
the Balladeer. No, it can't have been. He got locked up. Oh, quick!
Did
let's
he
get
get
him
locked
and
up? We just know that he's in a coma. That's all we know. I was like thinking, wait, what do we know? He's in a coma. Let's do another temple. Okay, okay. I also take darts. Okay. I need a C6 Faru Miku lookalike. Faruzar is her name, I think. I need that as well. Do I think my Guru is C6'd? Yeah, I don't need more Gurus. But we need more of her. Because she's gonna get real useful at C6. So let's go. So we're 20 pulls in. Let's do another one. 30. Oh, come on, I don't need more gurus. I appreciate it, boys. I do not need more gurus in my life, okay? Appreciate it, but not actively needed. Give me more of the Miku lookalike. Hey, Nahida.
Traveler, Paimon, there you are.
Yes, here we are.
Bad news. We just saw the Balladeer strolling around in public. Did he escape or... Ah! It's him!
Sure enough, you're here.
Look at our evil
Hey! What are you
queen.
doing in the sanctuary of Surastana? Aren't you supposed to be locked up? I know you must have a lot of questions.
Hi, Smokey.
Please, allow me to
Welcome,
explain.
welcome. What you doing? How
It
was
my
your
idea
week?
to set the Balladeer free. We made a deal, and he's gonna do some investigation in Irminsul for me. A deal? You sure you trust this guy?
Oh, absolutely.
What did you expect? Why do you think Sumeru would keep me around otherwise? Or maybe killing me is all you can think about. But
That's
if
not
that's
true.
the case, why haven't you done it already?
Flatter
honey.
yourself. It was... Nahida said there's still some mysteries in you to figure out.
Ah, so if it were up to you, you'd finish the job? Guess I had you all wrong. There I was thinking you were just getting cold feet.
Don't taunt me.
That escalated quickly. Not a good start. Could I ask you all to please calm down?
I am calm.
Worried about you, Nahida. Don't let him trick you.
It's not every day you see people questioning the God of Wisdom's judgment. Just when you think you've seen it all.
Don't you dare try to drive a wedge between us! As long as the terms are reasonable, I don't think there's a problem in making a deal. Even with the Balladeer.
You gave a bit of fucking
Well,
noses. Of
I,
course
for
you
one, have
don't
no
think there's
reason
an
to doubt
issue.
you. Considering you even struck a deal with the doctor.
Yes, one in which I gained valuable information. You'll come to understand more about that in the fullness of time.
Will we? Will we?
Balladeer's power was all but completely spent after your battle. He's no longer strong enough to be a strategic threat to us. That puts him in quite a precarious position. Plus, he's a former harbinger with knowledge of many of the Fatui's sensitive secrets. Being stuck here in Sumeru could make him a sitting duck, depending on how the Fatui plan to respond. Wait a second. Farmer? You mean he's not a harbinger anymore? I take no pleasure in saying this, but it seems as if the doctor had no intention of welcoming back a loser, so...
That's one way to say it right in front of him. Oh, come on. Be nice to him.
Sometimes it's you using them. Other times, it's them using you. Most human relationships are this way. Certainly all the stable
honey.
ones are.
Hey.
That's how it was between me and the Fatui, and also between each of the Harbingers. So as long as you have some value to offer, nobody will ever abandon you. But after recent events, even I have to admit that I'm not worth quite what I used to be.
Oh.
Well, if the Fatui are gonna reevaluate my utility, I need to have a backup plan for myself.
As we discussed, I don't like causing harm to living beings, and you said you need protection. So, why not join forces with us?
I think these two have made their objection to that idea fairly
Is
clear.
he cold or is he
don't
cool,
you?
Sasha?
And they're your friends. So I guess you'll be siding with them.
Yeah, obviously! Nahida, don't listen to him!
Then let's put that discussion to the side for now. We still have time. Today can be a trial run. Where we go from here will depend on how well we manage to cooperate today.
All right, then I'll do what we agreed.
Good. Go now, and keep in touch.
Nahida, are you serious about this?
Yes. I have my reasons for this decision. In fact,
Of course
I'm
you have.
largely doing it for your benefit. Yes. As I told you once before, there's information about your twin in Irminsul.
Oh, yeah. Actually, that's the whole reason we came to see you today. So, you have an update on that?
Mm-hmm.
I knew. It was just.
It
It was a joke, okay? Appreciate my stupid joke.
Category. This is an extremely important point. It's possible that the Fatui have other information that even I don't know about. And since the Balladeer used to be one of them, he'll be better acquainted with this information than I am. He was granted the power to connect with Irminsul when he almost became the god of a new era. Even though he no longer has the Gnosis, some traces of its power remain in him. He can still connect. The amount of information in Irminsul is vast beyond description. Sifting through all of it without knowing what to look for would take too long, even for me. So I asked the Balladeer to search in Irminsul for any information about the Descenders. He's more familiar with this kind of information, and should be able to find it more quickly.
Exactly! Or what if...
Yes?
Paimon doesn't trust him! He's treated us as enemies!
It's okay, I also don't trust Paimon, so we're on the same
I
page here.
understand. But sometimes, everything is dictated by which side you're on. How things will go in the future depends on what information he brings back. And Traveler, I know what your heart desires most
That
of
is
all.
the joke.
Our minds have connected several times before. There is a corner of your heart reserved for an intense longing. A feeling of being all alone in the dark, searching for the one candle whose light still burns. As Sumeru's deity, it is my responsibility to be on guard against the Balladeer. But as someone who counts you as a friend, I want to do something for you.
Aww.
If this deal with the Balladeer
The
can give
first
you the answers you've
useful
been wanting
god
to
we
find,
encountered,
then it's worth it.
who actually is willing to help us and gives us valuable information. How long are we on this fucking journey? We're solving all their goddamn issues, and this is the first one who actually helps us.
It's my pleasure, really. You're Sumeru's hero. You've more than earned it.
Oh, I earned it in different
worried
countries
about
as
this
well.
idea.
Trust me.
Is there anything we can do to help?
I was going to contact you about that, but then you suddenly showed up on your own accord. It seems like we have a telepathic connection. In fact, I was going to ask you to supervise the Balladeer on my behalf while he carries out the task I assigned. Even though he only has a fraction of his full power left, that's still a fraction of a former Harbinger. If you could accompany him, it would put my mind at ease. Of course, I'll be there to help guide you through Irminsul from the outside. Great, thank you. Prepare yourselves. I'm going to transport you into Irminsul.
Yeah, seriously. Oh!
It looks pretty different here compared to last time. The colors are gentler. Guess that must be because Sumeru's at peace now.
It looks so pretty here. I want a pool here. Let me do a pool. Hi, Scar.
Look at that. Hot on my heels. You know, you didn't have to cut your catch-up short just to keep me company. Oh, but I guess you panicked when you realized that I might enter Irminsul ahead of you.
Shut your beak, jailbird! No way a prisoner gets to be so smug!
I understand that prisoners have to put up with harassment from the guards, but right now, I'm on temporary release. So maybe you should think about backing off a little.
Sounds like a successful
Chill.
rendezvous. I need to be quite clear about something. In a few moments, you'll be entering into the innermost region of Irminsul. It is an environment like no other, and the most important place in all of Sumeru.
So let's put someone in there who just
Irminsul's inner
tried
region
to be a
consists
god earlier.
exclusively of torrents of information. You must put aside your differences and be extremely careful as you navigate your way
And also
through.
trying to kill,
I know
trying
there
to
are
kill you,
many
Nahida.
grievances between you on both sides, but it is essential that you remain calm after entry. This is as much for your own safety as anything else.
Okay.
Fine, let's call it truce. But only until this mission's over.
Let's cut each other a little slack, shall we? We are going to be traveling together after all. Per my agreement with Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'll be at the front. It's my job to lead the way and get rid of any obstacles in our path. All you have to do is keep your pretty eyes open and try not to fall behind.
Okay.
You sure are confident. Paimon will give you that. You make it sound like you're even more experienced at adventuring than us.
If there are no further objections, I suggest we get going. Or did you need some time to mentally prepare yourselves?
Ew! Ugh, the snark on this guy. It's unbearable.
We can start now.
Irminsul access granted. Initiating connection procedure.
Is this a small sapling? Oh, darn it! Come on, let's catch up with him.
Can I pull?
Wow.
No, I can't.
So this is the inside of Irminsul. Ooh.
It's pretty.
Paimon's never seen anything like this. And it feels like a sacred place.
Irminsul is closely intertwined with the entirety of Tevat. Every bit of information flowing here means something. Pick your jaws up off the floor. It's time to go.
Don't call me out like that, okay?
Opposite of everything he says.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, we will now proceed to the heart of Irminsul.
Can you still sense where the heart of Irminsul is?
Yes. Permission to begin searching for information there?
Permission granted. Go ahead.
Let's go. Stay close. Don't go running off.
Hey, so say we did go running off in here. What would happen? What are you smirking at?
I was just imagining the look on your travel companion's face if you went and got lost.
Oh, I will be
Anything's
happy.
possible in here. You can't rule anything out. So if you want to stay safe, your best option is to stick close to me.
Can we hold hands? Just asking, you know, for the sake of sticking close. Nothing ulterior motive behind that.
These sapling things have spread out.
Those are all packets of information from inside Irminsul. Be careful not to touch them.
Look, we're going side by side. Hello. Ah, look. Our hand. Oh, come on! Ah! Let me touch your hand.
It's the same in every direction.
Look, we're holding hands, guys. If you would walk normally, come here.
No wonder he mentioned about getting lost. Huh. What do you know? He was actually telling the truth.
Come here.
is it this time?
Wait for me.
There's a time and a place to lie, but this definitely isn't it. So
Oh,
why
look
don't
at
you
us
relax your
holding
guard a
hands,
little?
walking together. He's actually taller than I have it in mind. I thought he was a little
We're here.
baby.
What a huge tree!
This is the center of Irminsul. All the information in the world is flowing
Lesser
through
Lord
it.
Kusanali,
Good, you made it. Are you ready?
ready when you are.
Then please begin. Preparing to access cognitive currents. Establishing waypoint.
The Balladeer's actually doing what Nahida tells him. Guess he must want to stay alive.
Can you say this even louder? He hasn't put up any resistance, and he seems good at working on the front line. First Akaba and some other stories, now this. What a strange individual.
The rest is up to you.
Well, I'm pretty
If you
sure
discover
simply
anything at
the
all,
wrong
make
guys
sure to
picked him
share
up
it
at the
with us.
wrong time.
Will do.
Because he was a cute baby before. We know that. And then he got abandoned.
For
And
once,
went
we're
through
the ones with
trauma.
nothing to do.
And then he was at a vulnerable time.
Would you like to talk?
Nahida? Is this a telepathic conversation?
Yes. I've also invited Paimon to join.
Huh? What the? We can talk to each other inside our heads?
Why? I'm guessing that you don't want us to disturb the Balladeer.
That's part of it. Plus, we're all friends. There's nothing wrong with us talking like this once in a while.
Paimon's never tried this before. So, Paimon's been wanting to ask you something. Don't you think the Balladeer's a bit of a walking contradiction? He's always talking back, but he seems to listen to what you say.
Yes, and he seems to excel at doing odd jobs for
As
others.
I've told you before, there are still some mysteries for him to resolve. Things that are clear as day to me.
Where's
but
his
that
electrovision
he has
though?
yet to understand. Perhaps
see
today
it.
will be the day that he finds some answers.
Is it about his past, the betrayals, and the other events in
Well
Inazuma?
done. Smart and attentive as always.
Don't humble me, it's okay. Actually, I caught a glimpse of a few things when I run into Hypasa Blob something.
So, you made contact with that part of his mind. Well, it's true. Betrayal turned the Balladeer into the person he is today.
A vulnerable time?
Paimon thought nothing could get under that guy's skin. Turns out, he can get hurt and angry just like anyone
Of
else.
course!
Everyone has a history, Paimon. Even if you're a puppet created by the Electro Archon.
I just assumed. I mean, I know that he is gonna get an anime vision now. I just assumed he had an electrovision before.
Turns out their topic was about the Tatarasuna incident. Nahida,
Or maybe he got his electro element
If you mean
thingy
the
stuffy
mysterious
from the
events,
noses.
The Kabuki
Possibility.
Munu and so on? Yes. I know about all of that.
really? Because from what they were saying, it sounded like lots of Tatarasuna's history is still unexplained. And most of the information we have now is
I
just
know,
from
that's why I
people filling
thought
the gaps with their imagination.
That he has an electro.
Oh? How interesting. Those two managed to deduce quite a lot through guesswork alone.
So the Gese got it right?
Well, they guessed right about one thing. Tatarasuna was sabotaged.
Must be a riveting conversation you three are having. Funny how all the good ones happen when I'm not involved.
Oh.
What makes you think we're talking to each other?
Don't insult me. You're having a private conversation without me. Obviously, I must be the topic of said conversation.
What? No, never. How would you? Nah, that's not the case.
Of course you do. You can't have your prisoner knowing too much.
So, have you found anything yet?
Still looking. Don't get your hopes up, though. You and your twin come from outside this world. It wouldn't surprise me if there was nothing on either of you in Irminsul at all.
Wait, how did you know about that? Did Nahida tell you?
It's not like we've never met before. And anyway, you're world famous. It'd be more surprising if I didn't know a few things about you. Right now, we have to keep the peace. I'm not interested in creating more misery for myself, and making cordial conversation is something I can manage. Huh?
You know what you need?
Wait.
A hug. A goddamn hug.
This light. It looks similar to those saplings. What could it be?
Are you ill?
Anonymous data.
You're not, are you?
Hey, don't you forget the agreement. You have to share it with us.
Does he? He has to share it with Nahida.
Just wait.
Mr. Niwa, are you certain this is worth the risk? We are talking about Tatara Suna's furnace, after all. It may not pay to act rashly.
There's no one else who can enter the furnace. It has to be me.
Is that so? Well, since you insist.
It's...
Whoa!
Oh, are we going back in time?
I have been in Tatara Suna
That's so
for
cool.
some time now. You have shown me great hospitality, as has Mikoshi Nagamasa, and indeed, everyone else. Under your leadership, Tatara Suna is a warm, welcoming place, like a giant village. People are gainfully employed, their lives have purpose, they are motivated. As I understand, the Raiden Shogun has, in recent years, eliminated much of the evil that plagued Inazuma. As for Tatara Suna, it was originally established as a means of safely disposing crystal marrow. The forging industry with crystal marrow as a raw material has since flourished, giving rise to generations of swordsmiths. Some world-renowned, others unknown, all passing on their legacy. Skills, blood, dreams. Every smith brought into this trade looks to find their purpose between steel and blade. That is why you accepted the proposal brought to you by myself and Akame.
Why does
Yes,
he...
well, were it not for you coming to Inazuma and happening to make Akame's acquaintance, the two of you never would have joined forces. And he would be the first to admit that there's no way he could have revolutionized our forging process like this on his own. At least not on the same timescale. You allowed Akame to take all the credit for a method that you jointly developed. He sold it to me, and now every piece of ore here is smelted using the new technique. Even now, you remain one of Tatara Suna's key consultants, working right here alongside us. I believe it is you, sir, who are truly responsible for the changes in our manufacturing and forging methods.
You flatter me. From the outset, I saw much
Wait,
that
who's
was
Asher?
commendable in
Asher
the
is a new
forging
character.
industry of Inazuma, and it has been my great honor to befriend you all.
So you say, Escher. But is this really the truth?
Asher
My
wasn't
good
mentioned
sir,
in neither
what
book.
do you mean?
I tried to resist thinking it was all connected. Because I didn't want to speculate. And I didn't want to believe that things could turn out this way. What have we gained from adopting your new technology? Ominous black smoke? Mounting production problems? Worker fatigue and casualties are up and continuing to rise at an alarming rate. And recently, as you well know, someone died because of that strange filth inside the furnace. We've kept the truth from spreading outside, but still, I suspect you understand it better than I do. None of the people who went out to get help have come back. Now, our mutual friend, the Kabuki Mono, is taking the Golden Feather to Narukami Island to seek an audience with Shogun. This is our last hope. But that doesn't faze you, does it, Escher? Nothing does. Otherwise, why would you still be standing there with that smile on your face?
Is Asher a puppet?
I'm just surprised that you finally chose to be so sincere. I'm sure you've been harboring these suspicions for quite some time.
Mikoshi Nagamasa may have noticed that there was one common denominator among all these events. Namely you, Escher. but Mr. Mikoshi is more cautious than I. He does things by the book.
After all, Nagamasa is the adopted son of Mikoshi Torichio, the yokai struck down by the shogun's own hand. If he truly seeks to redeem his family's honor, an abundance of caution is well advised.
You're well informed on the subtleties of his situation for a mechanic all the way from Fontaine. Are you sure you're not a little overqualified?
Why, Mr. Niwa, are you suggesting I find a job as a diplomat? Sadly, I am so very attached to my craft.
Enough, Escher. I'm here because an evil force is raging inside the furnace. And someone needs to take your new device inside the high-risk zone so we can absorb it and put an end to the problem. I'm in charge here. And I'm about to take some responsibility and head inside. Probably to my death. But what about you? What are you still doing here?
Judging from the look in your eyes, you don't seem to trust me.
Drop the act.
I don't trust you either.
We're past that now. Whoever you are, it looks like your plan to destroy Tatara Suna has worked. I just want to know what you're still doing here. What's left? Don't you have all your
Hey,
answers
that
by
knife
now?
on that back is
Honestly,
so
I'm just
prominent.
waiting for the right moment.
Yeah. Like the first time we saw that,
A
it was like,
moment
oh, something's gonna
like
happen with Dart.
this, where you finish talking and I stop you from entering the furnace.
Why are you? I mean, he had it coming. He saw it. I'm suspicious of you for doing all of this, yada yada yada
You're
yada. So
smarter
I'm
than
gonna
I
turn my
initially
back
gave
on
credit
you
for.
because
I thought I'd disguise
why wouldn't
myself
I?
exceptionally well, at least for the first few days. But to my surprise, you had your people look into my background right from the start. It's a long journey from Inazuma to Fontaine, but that didn't stop them. Eventually, they managed to confirm that Escher was an alias, and that I was not from Fontaine at all. And yet, despite all of that, you still fail to realize my true identity, and what I seek in Tatara Suna.
Did you really think you would be able to see through my plan?
If you kill me, there's no one who can get inside
The
the furnace.
voice.
So you're really going to destroy this place? Is that it?
Oh, but you're quite wrong. There is one other person. Some may not see him as a person, but you told him yourself. You're not a puppet. You're a human.
Are the Fatui here for that long already?
Whoever you're working for won't get away with this. They'll be found out. But this makes no sense. What are you really trying to accomplish by all this? Why go to all this trouble?
It's no trouble at all. Patience is a virtue which I have in abundance. This is all part of a carefully controlled experiment. If you must know, I'm happy to divulge my true identity. I'm a Fatui harbinger.
How
Call
old
me
is he?
The Doctor.
He was already around at that
Fatui?
time.
Who? What do you want?
Also, is that just a
Just to
disguise, or
create
is
a
he also like
Minor
body
inconvenience
hopping?
for your nation.
That's it.
Is
That's
he
why
literally pulling his the
you
Arnold
gave us your
move?
cursed technology? Just to
Is that
let
what
loose
this is
the evil
about?
energy from the crystal marrow?
Look how even the righteous soul is filled with venom when faced with its demise.
So
My
is he the
device functions
OG
precisely
Fatui?
as you say. It is the only chance you have of
Or are some of the
preventing a
others are just as
catastrophe
old?
and keeping the truth from the outside world. However, I did not make it with you in mind. It is easier for a person to be possessed by evil spirits when they are filled with hate. So give in to your fury. I want to see what happens when a malevolent heart is placed into an unsuspecting puppet. Make no mistake.
I'm so
even
sorry, but
without
he gives me such
that
Xehanort
pure,
vibes.
innocent puppet would only end up being used by someone else instead. What other reason would a human have for befriending one who is not of our kind?
If you give him my heart, tell him that both Nagamasa
Yeah, of course he's gonna tell him that, because that's exactly what he wants to achieve with this experiment.
He has nothing to prove to anyone. Because not everyone.
Oh, he's
just
gonna see it
wants to
now.
use other people.
Oh, he's gonna have a mental
The
breakdown.
only ones who think like that are people like you.
Oh, good
What a
boy.
beautiful way to see the world. It almost makes me feel a little guilty.
As if.
Then out of respect for you, I shall redefine myself. Think of me as a monster or a demon, if you wish. At least this way your death is not a consequence of your own folly turning you into an easy target. You simply lost to something more powerful than you could ever hope to defeat. I say, Mr. Niwa, let's see what happens. Will your puppet friend become a human? No, that will prove quite impossible. Mr. Niwa, already dead.
You
What a
stabbed
pity.
him! What do you expect?
Jester, I have completed the task you gave me. Creating
Wait,
a
he's
gap
not body
and
hopping.
infiltrating Inazuma's
just-
inner workings.
Is he a puppet himself?
What fun it was.
I will make signs, wouldn't I?
I'd like to
Kinda.
introduce a puppet to you. If he proves useful, let's make him our newest comrade. And if not, let's turn him to dust.
Oh.
Hey, are you alright?
Does he seem alright?
Dottore! Good. Good.
Was that the doctor? Did he turn into a mechanic from Fontaine?
Oh, he did way more things than that.
Why did we see things from his perspective?
When I touched the doctor to confirm whether he'd eliminated all his segments, I read this memory in his mind. You have to admit, it must be the truth.
Maybe so. But it means nothing.
Does
Does
it?
it?
This memory shows that Niwa didn't betray you. He never meant for you to be the one to take the device into the furnace. You know very well what that means. Even more so than I.
Perfectly timed. This betrayal was a lie that he has believed for hundreds of years. Was this part of the... I can't read that fast. If the betrayal never happened, it existed only in his imagination, but where does this leave him?
Give him some space.
Yeah.
He looks really mad.
Duh!
I can't be anywhere near him right now.
He
I
needs
would
to
be
give him
mad
some time
too.
to process his emotions.
I'm still confused about the Tatarasuna incident. So, the doctor was behind it, but why has that gotten him so worked up?
Nobody
Because
has
his
ever
friend got
deceived you like
killed.
that, Paimon.
And then got lied
It's
to.
natural that you find it difficult to understand. Perhaps he needed to learn this someday. So now you have the complete picture. Katsuragi took the Kabuki Mono to live with the people of Tatarasuna. Later, the doctor showed up, disguised as the mechanic from Fontaine. And that's when the trouble began. It was all a horrific experiment planned by the doctor. Everything he did was just to plant seeds of disaster in Inazuma, that would bear fruit in the future. Of all the unwitting participants in the doctor's experiment, the balladeer became the main test subject.
So
After the
sad.
events you just saw in that memory, the doctor put Niwa's heart into the device and handed it to the balladeer. Then, he instructed him to enter the furnace and absorb all the filth caused by the smelting process. The load was far beyond what he expected, but the balladeer survived. He left the furnace in sheer exhaustion and said to the mechanic, "This device seems to have protected me. What's in it?" The mechanic answered, "Niwa fled this place for fear of punishment, but he left you a gift. He said it's the one thing that you've been looking for." He took it straight from the chest of one of his innocent servants. The mechanic removed the withered heart from the device as he spoke. The balladeer was stunned that such unthinkable cruelty had brought him the thing he'd been longing for his entire life. A heart acquired through cold-blooded murder is a cursed thing, but it had protected him from the filth. He thought Niwa had completely betrayed him, and yet this very betrayal had ensured his survival. Overwhelmed with anger and sorrow, the balladeer threw the heart to the ground and left Tatarasuna without looking back.
Holy moly. So the doctor killed an innocent man?
Oh, I'm
and
sure he
blamed
killed more
everything
than
on the
one
victim?
innocent man.
That's terrible.
Being betrayed and abandoned by a close friend is sure to cause great resentment. Now we know what was behind his decision to take revenge on the writing recorded 100 years ago. But it doesn't mean that vengeance was the right decision.
Yes. Only if he understands this can he choose a new path forward.
Yeah,
Tori, you brazen-faced... Niwa didn't run from justice. You killed him.
Are you... Where am I supposed to go? A while later.
Shall we see how he's doing? Hey, you alright? That's a scary expression.
Yeah, I was like, are you?
Are you worried about me? If we didn't have such a history, I'd almost think that qualifies me to be your friend. It won't. I'll keep my end of the deal.
Ooh, can someone hug this poor boy?
Are you investigating the stuff we want to know about?
That's why we're here. But unfortunately, there's no information about the Descenders in Irminsul.
Even if you can't find anything, that seems to confirm it. Irminsul does not keep records on the Descenders. Anyone who comes from beyond this world is not counted as part of Tevat.
Oh, does that mean we have to leave empty-handed?
Don't thank me just yet. You look really upset. Well, since Irminsul was a dead end, I guess I can share some other info that might interest you.
Okay.
About what?
The reason why there are records about your brother in Irminsul. It might have something to do with Conria. Apparently, Conria was his first destination when he arrived in this world.
So it still exists
He
there?
only came to this world because the heavens responded to the summoning.
The heavens responded?
Okay.
The jester told me this himself. You can take his word on this. He was a royal mage in Conria, and lived with your brother for a time.
Why is everyone in the fucking Fatui like
I don't know the
500 years
details.
old?
It's up to you whether you want to believe me. All I can say is, I wouldn't lie to you about this. Did you get all that, Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Yes. Astonishing news.
Does this info count towards my mission? It wasn't from Irminsul, but was it valuable?
Very valuable.
Oh, look, he's
Good.
smiling.
In that case, I'll take some time for myself now.
What have you done?
What's going
Lesser Lord
on?
Kusanali was right. My power's all but completely spent. Even if I use all of the divine power left in me, I can't sustain this shield for very long. I shared a secret with you, and now you owe me. So in return, I'd like you to answer a question for me.
Okay.
Give me your hand.
Sure. We can do that. Don't be so mad.
Can
Give
you
me
hear
sand.
my voice inside your head?
Are you trying to brainwash me? Can you be nice for once? Please. The poor boy just figured out that everything he believed in the past hundreds of years was a lie. And his friend actually didn't betray him, but actually saved him.
No, I can't do anything like that anymore. At most, all I can do is exchange a few words with you. So tell me, in this world, is it possible to change the past?
Wait, why would you ask that?
Done.
Huh? What happened? Paimon only saw you hold hands for a second.
Nothing. I was just thanking her for helping me.
Wait, look. This seem hesitant, but it was because I know about Great Lord Rukadavara. I think...
So long.
By not denying, I couldn't read
Out
that!
of here quickly.
Where are you going? Hey, wait up! Didn't you say not to go running off?
Fast reaction time. But I don't think we'll be seeing each other again.
No, don't say that. No, come
From
back!
this day forth, the names Balladeer and Kabukimono will cease to exist. Those who died in Tatarasuna because of me deserve another chance at life.
Oh, don't do that.
Balladeer, don't do anything stupid!
Oh, don't do that.
You know, I never did like insects. Hordes of the puny things swarming together can be a real nuisance. And I enjoy nothing more than to stamp them out like the pests they are. But if a colony of harmless ants isn't threatening anyone, I guess they deserve to be left alone. Luckily, everything can be set right. It's time to solve this once and for all.
Oh no.
Balladeer! Balladeer!
Oh no, don't do that.
Uh-oh, he disappeared. Come on, we gotta find him somehow.
Okay, we have half an hour left before I have to go. This is... I need to finish this now.
Oh no, he's really gone.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes?
Traveler, Paimon, Balladeer, what happened just now? I was suddenly cut off by some kind of power.
It was the Balladeer's fault. He shut you out.
Oh god.
I didn't think he'd be capable of something like that with so little power left. Did he keep some of his power hidden when he was defeated? Or did he achieve something beyond his abilities, and it took everything he had?
Where the heck did he go? Oh, it's all our fault. We were supposed to keep an eye on him. Sorry, Nahida.
Don't be. It's not your fault. Please, let me handle this from here, even though I'm not sure I can solve it. We're running out of time. Follow my lead and get out of Irminsul as soon as possible.
Wait, but we need to go back in time. After Skura. Before he does something.
We're out. And we're at, an inn or something?
Did I travel
This
back
is
in
an
time?
emergency. I'll have to ask you to stay here for now. Everything's arranged, and nobody will disturb
No,
you.
I want to help.
I'm sorry, but this isn't something I need your help with. Leave this one to me.
Bitch!
An emergency? How bad is it? Nahida, will you be okay?
Don't worry. If my assessment is correct, though there may be some minor disturbances, it won't lead to a disaster. Please rest and recover.
Sure,
your
I'm
strength
gonna go
here
to bed
until
now
I say
because
it's
it's
safe.
exactly what's gonna happen.
Her voice has gone. Paimon can't shake the feeling that something really big has happened. What do you think the Balladeer meant? And why did he suddenly grab onto
Oh,
you
I'm gonna
before?
go from emotional damage into D&D emotional damage, so don't worry, it's gonna be fun. Paimon doesn't remember Great Lord Rukadevada, and the Balladeer's question was a strange one. It's hard to explain in full, and the truth might be very distressing for Paimon. I'll skip the part about Great Lord Rukadevada for now, and focus on the Balladeer. I tell Paimon what the Balladeer asks you on what he might have been
He
planning.
wants to change the past?
Mm-hmm.
But surely that's impossible.
It's not... What?
Right. You can't just rewrite history. All that stuff happened already in real life.
Questionable?
It's like, imagine Paimon drank all the water in this inn. Even if no one was there to see it, Paimon would sure as heck remember drinking it. So, why does Paimon still have a bad feeling about this?
Can we just go back in time,
What he might do.
take the Balladeer's hand, bring him back into the present and tell him everything's gonna be okay and give him a pat on the head?
Huh?
Oh my god.
Sorry. Paimon accidentally... It's the Balladeer's fault for causing
No, it's your
Paimon all
fault.
this mental stress. But erasing yourself from history? It's unthinkable. Is that really possible in Irminsul? Uh-oh. Paimon's head is overheating from trying to understand what he's up to. And it's still not working. Ugh. Paimon's had it with that little brat. He's been nothing but trouble ever since we met him.
I hate
There's no way
Paimon's
he'll
voice so
actually
much.
succeed, right? Otherwise, won't everyone who's connected to him be affected too?
Indeed, if the Balladeer does erase himself from Irminsul, many people in Azuma will be affected. I can't imagine what that situation would look like. Worst case scenario, it will affect everyone with a connection to the raiding Gathering. Kazuha, Ayaka, Ayato. Will this mean that they'll disappear?
There's nothing we can do about it at this point. Hey, have you
I
got
don't
any
think that's
ideas
gonna
on what we
work out
should do
either.
next? Seems like now there's nothing left for us to do but to go to sleep. But Paimon's still so worried. Paimon won't be able to sleep a wink tonight. So, how about, we list all our favorite foods to take our
Sure.
mind off things? Heck, if that doesn't work, Paimon's probably gonna collapse of anxiety here. Alright, Paimon will start. First dish. Munstack grilled fish. Oh, and chicken mushroom skewers. Tea break pancakes. Cream stew. Sat and Drayan chili.
I don't care.
Oh, also Adeptus Temptation.
Did I fall asleep because I just didn't want to listen to Paimon any longer? No, I didn't, Legend. We got
What
Tanari.
What was Paimon supposed to be doing just now? Paimon was, talking? Huh.
You were getting so worried
Paimon
about the
suddenly
situation.
can't remember. Is that a food too?
Oh, for fuck's sake! Paimon doesn't remember the Balladeer. That must mean he actually pulled it off. But how did he have the ability? This doesn't make
What's
sense.
wrong? Your eyes are like saucers. Was it something Paimon said?
Oh my
So,
god.
the Balladeer. Is that someone's name? 'Cause it sounds like a nickname or something.
If this is really happening, I need to know what else has changed.
Okay, sure. Where are we going? Huh? Fine by Paimon, but is everything okay?
Why?
You're acting like this is
Why are you toying with me like that? Oh, this is not okay. Let's do another pool. I'm only getting Goro and I don't need Goro anymore because I already have him on C6. Come on, give me another one. Oopsie, that was a 10-1 pool. So we were at 31 to 3, 4. Thank you very much. 5, 6, 45, 55. Oh, weapon. Okay. We're at 55. 55. That's not where I wanted to go, wait. I need more constellation of this, baby!
Huh?
65. Let's go to 65. I really don't care about you, honey. Yunfei, it's awesome that you came home, but I don't care about you. Where are you? Oh, come on. Yeah, I get Goro all the time, but my Goro is already C6, so... I don't need Goro, I'll be honest. I'm sorry, but I do not need him. $75. Okay. Do I have to go full fucking pity? We're at 85. Thank you very much. Look at that. Thank God. So. I need 2 more of her. Okay, let me build up pity. I need 2 more of her. What? What? But I lost my 50-50 again! What? What is this? Okay, I need her one more time. No, I don't need you. Okay, you know, I don't want to jinx my luck because now I am a guaranteed, okay? I have a guaranteed again after this. But what the hell? What is happening? What is happening? What's possible? I got Scara and then I lost again. Of course that's possible. Of course that's possible. Okay, wait. I need, that's not what I wanted to do. Character archive, that's what I wanted to do. Where are you? I need your... Don't worry. Give me a second. Sorry, I have to write this. Oh my god, chill!
Relax.
Yeah, please! What is this? I mean, at least it is Tanari, and I am using Tanari, but what the fuck is with the bunny? The bunny wants to come home so absolutely badly. So absolutely badly that he's just coming home twice.
Relax.
Did I write Tanari? Give me a second. With an I at the end. Oopsie. But can you explain her to me? Yeah, at least I got, yeah, what is going on? What just happened today? How is that possible? I am so confused. So absolutely confused about this game. Oh yeah, we also got her. I don't know, man. Oh my goodness. Let me level you up, babe. Stop your anger issues! Yeah. Let me level you up, babe. Oh my goodness. This game is killing me, okay? Well, so far I still have not won any 50-50s. Since a year! What the fuck? So, you're getting a good weapon. Come here, babe. You're getting that one, yes. I really want another Should I dare? I'm daring. I just want another one of her. No. Funny story. I lost my 50-50 again to Tenari at the start of the stream. Then it's guaranteed that you get Skara. We went up to 85. I got Skara. Duh. And then I wanted to pull further because I need the Miko lookalike. And then Tenari came home again. So I lost the 50-50 twice in a stream. Twice. Because the bunny wants to come home so fucking badly. Look at him. Look at him. He wants to come home so badly. What's going on? How is it possible? I haven't even read what does his constellation do for me. So the first one was good. What's the second one? When their opponent offend the... Oh, 20% Dendro damage is pretty good though. No. That is so unlucky because since the last time I won a 50-50 in this game was in September last year. That's how bad my luck is in this game. I'm winning 50-50s. What the fuck? You bless me? I better hope so. Please do that. So, we need to go to Inazuma. There we go. What's going on with my life? I don't know. Let's be the bunny. If you wanna come home so badly, let's be the bunny. It's not a bunny, I'm sorry, it's a fox. I'm just calling him a bunny. Ever since.
We made it! To Amanoma Smithy!
Ah, it's been a while. Of course. Go ahead. Oh. Now there's a question I wasn't expecting. Very well. I'll tell you what I know once more. The once renowned Raiden Gokuden, comprised of 5 branches. Amenoma, Futsu, Ishin, Hyakume, and Senju. The art of forging practiced by
You
these
rolled a
5
4? Well,
clans
thank you for
was
nothing,
first
I
taught to me
guess.
personally by the almighty Shogun. Over
Too
time,
later.
the 5 branches diverged from one another as generations of bladesmiths honed and perfected their craft until they became 5 distinct traditions. Most of the great swordsmith clans of old have since fallen into decline, and for a long time, only the Amenoma branch kept its art alive. But fortunately, Kaede Harakazuha recently returned to Inazuma. And took up the
Unfortunately,
mantle of
I just
Ishin
heard
art.
unfortunately. I was like,
Now,
what?
2 clans remain of the original Gokuden 5. If my memory serves me right, you yourself were present when he forged the Ishin blade.
Oh, yeah, we were! Paimon remembers that now. We learned a bit about the decline of the Raiden Gokuden then, too. It seems like such a shame.
That, my friends, is a tragic tale indeed. In fact, this was not made known to me for most of my life. All these years, I knew of those great clans' demise, but never the cause. Only recently, when the question was on my mind, did I ask Kaedehara Kazuha about this. He told
This
me
game
that,
is giving me
as we are
emotional and
both heirs
physical
to a
damage,
branch of the
okay?
Raiden Gokuden,
What's
it was
happening?
right that I should know the truth. There is no harm in telling you, but I must warn you. It is a dark and sorrowful tale. The Raiden Gokuden were the targets of a murderous rampage by a vengeful bladesmith.
Vengeful? Why?
400 years ago, so I'm told, there was a catastrophic malfunction in Tatarasuna's furnace. One brave swordsmith heard the commotion and chose not to flee, but he rushed to the scene, hoping to prevent a disaster. Tatarasuna was home to a state-of-the-art forging and smelting operation in that day, and overseeing it was the armory officer. His surname was Niwa, though he had family ties to the Kaedehara clan. Knowing that they had just one chance to save countless lives, Mr. Niwa and the swordsmith leaped together into the furnace. The furnace quickly stabilized, but neither of them made it out. The smith's death, though heroic, dealt a devastating blow to
Story's
his family's
different now, isn't
fortunes.
it?
His orphaned son was left to fend for himself, and grew up deeply resentful at the world. In his heart, the whole of Inazuma was culpable in his tragedy. He hated the almighty shogun for her apparent indifference towards his father's death, and he hated everyone who had done nothing to try and save him. Powerless and destitute, the only legacy he had to pass on to his children was his hatred. Generation after generation bore this grudge, living in utter misery.
So it was
Alas,
worse that
if only the story
Scar
could have
went
ended
back
there.
and erased himself from the
But 100
history.
years ago, the thin
Then
head of this
the
family
dude's just getting killed.
reached the end of his wits. He could bear their fate no longer, and yet he could do
Oh
nothing
my
to
god.
change it. Finally, he made a drastic decision to take revenge on the Raiden Gokuden. In doing so, he sought to vent his pent-up anger and shake the very foundations of Inazuma's forging industry. In his fury, he murdered indiscriminately, killing even bladesmiths from the Hyakume clan which he belonged to. His goal was absolute, the devastation of all of the Raiden Gokuden. But when he came to the Kaedehara and Kamisato clans, his killing spree came to an abrupt end. He failed to catch them unawares. They fought back fiercely, and they did not
Hi
spare his
Noodle,
life.
how you doing?
That is why the Kaedehara clan and their Ishin art survived that day. I suppose they were the lucky ones, under the dire circumstances.
Legend of the Raiden Gokuden has changed. Someone else attacked the swordsmith. It looks like the ability did something in Irmisel, but it seems Niwa still
Was there
died.
anything else you wanted to ask?
Oh, he didn't survive.
Kazuha?
Oops.
Why, yes. Just yesterday, in fact. We spoke for a while over some
Everything's
tea.
good.
He seemed well.
So he still exists, and he's the same Kazuha I know. Things don't seem as bad as I feared last night.
My pleasure.
Don't tell Paimon. There are other places you want to visit too, right? Your expression says it all. You can't hide anything from Paimon. On to the next stop. Lead the way, traveler. Paimon will be right behind you.
I really want to get another C. We just need one more of her. A Zooformer pools. Come on, give me another one of her. Please. Come on, I have to have a 4-star again. Why is it Goro? Please, why is it Goro? I need her. So let me look at her C6. Give me a second. Where are you? Where are you? You're done here. Your C6 is what I need. The characters affected by the Wind Secret's Way Prayful Winds benefit have 30% increased crit damage when they deal enemy damage. I need this for Xiao. I need this because as soon as I use his ult, he just makes enemy damage. Please just come home one more time. Miku lookalike, Miku lookalike. Come on, Vocaloid. Give me the power. Yes! Okay. I got everything I wanted. I have my guaranteed for whoever I want to pull next. I have her on C6, just what I need. Yes. We achieved everything. I mean, not everything. We didn't break my curse. I'm still broke. Curse broke. Is there a Rhapsodite? Non-broken cursed? Still cursed? Anyways, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I need to actually get the thing. I still have like 10 more minutes. Still cursed? Yes. I mean, I see it as a curse that I still have not won a 50-50 since September last year. I do see that as a very prominent curse. Yes. So let me go to that. Just show me on the map where... Oh, it's somewhere in Sumeru, isn't it? Give me a second. Where are you in Sumeru? It was up one there. I'm still pretty much cursed, yes. But at least... Wait. Where do I go in? This one. Where's the night? Is it that one here? No, that's not it to you, is it? Right. Was he farming only once? It is that thing I need. Maybe it is that way. The last one I won was Kokomi. The last one I won was Kokomi and she was in September last year. I already lost with Ito. I already lost my 50-50 with Ito. Is this the right way? It is. Okay, nice. Where is it though? Oh, there it is. From Ito on, I have not won a single 50-50. And I still won't win the next one, whoever I'm gonna pull for. Because I lost it to Chinori again. Which is okay, because I at least need him. I'm at least using him actively in my team, so... It could be a worse loss, it could be Mona again. Who I still have not leveled in my life yet.
Hold the line.
One with the forest.
Good thing I crowned this boy.
This is order.
You have catching at C9? What the fuck? To be fair, I used catching at the start of the game. When there were not that many to choose from. Oh, can you come down?
Let's nip that in
Bitch.
the butt.
come down here.
Allow me.
Solidify.
Can't see.
Can you come down? Thank you. Oh, I'm still looking forward to when I build. I will never remember her name. I'm just gonna call her Miku. Y'all know who I mean when I say Miku. I can't wait to build her so that I can see how much more damage I can actively make with
I will have
Xiao. Will I finally be able to actually finish the Abyss with that? Who knows? So, we need darts. For my poor emo boy. Because that's the only thing I haven't actively farmed for him. There we go. Boop, boop, boop. And actively, my 5-star weapon is also finally in good use because it's the second best weapon for him. So at least something good. So how many more do I need? 7. Oh, and I need one of the big chunks. Okay, wait. Wait. We have to finish after this anyways because I have to go. So, let me...
just standing around.
What do you say?
How absurd.
Beat all opponents? What? Okay, I don't care about that. Let me go and craft some things for him. So, what do I need? I actively need... Where are you? I actively need silver ones, 5 more, and a big chunk one. Okay. Yeah. I need a big chunk one. Yes. And silver ones. Don't just go away. Silver. Where are you? I know that I can craft you there. There we go. Yes. Awesome, we got 1 in bonus. So... No, that's not what I wanted. Oh, I need to farm for your artifact, babe. 7 more of these. Can I technically level... Oh, I need the same things for that as well? Okay, I need to farm these stupid enemies. Oh, what we can do? Oh, we haven't done that. I don't know how he plays. I just wanted him so fucking badly. Let's see how he plays, and then I have to go because I think people are waiting. Yeah. Okay. Let's do the demo, and then I have to go.
Following me. The wind rises.
Oh, he's so fun. Die, everyone!
Cry louder.
Oh, he's so fun.
How amusing.
Wait, how can I? Oh, I died. Okay. Okay, that's how I do that.
Wretched vermin.
Oh, that's so cool. He's actually super fun to play. I haven't had fun with it. Character for a long time since Xiao because I really like the way Xiao plays. Personally speaking.
Unsightly insects.
But he's super fun to play. No, leave. Babe, please leave. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, I'm happy we got him. It was good that I was farming so fucking much for him. I'm really happy. That was time well spent. Oh, I haven't tried his charge attack. No, I will do that. That's true. I just knew that you can like walk around in air with him, and that's pretty cool. So, anyways, I have to go now. I think the right. Okay, our DM is still not here, so everything's okay. But I still have to go before a DM comes. I don't want to be the last one who joins. What? I am in the pause menu. Paimon, what the fuck? Since when is Paimon talking in the pause menu? She never did that before. Can you shut up? I'm going into the party menu because she's just... Am I not even saving the pause menu from her voice? Is that it? Is that it? Oh my gosh, she's gonna haunt me. Holy shirts. Anyways. Thanks for dropping by, everyone. I will come back for the next time when we probably gonna break my curse finally. Who knows? At one point I have to win a 50-50 again. I mean, it is called a 50-50. You should have a chance every second time. This is like the 6th, 7th something time? That just makes no sense. That's not how probability works. That's not how this should work. Anyways, we got what we wanted. We see 6th Miku. Never in my life will I remember her fucking name. And we got Scarra, so everything's okay. It was a full pity again, but it's okay. We got what we wanted. We even got C2 Tenari, which is good. I can live with that. Next stream is probably be on Friday. I can't guarantee 100% because I have a deadline on Friday. I will try to finish that by tomorrow because it's a day off in Austria. But I can't promise. If I'm not being able to finish tomorrow, I have to finish it on Friday because I have to give it in on the deadline. So Friday stream is like an 80%. It is higher than my winning chance in a 50-50, okay? That we gotta have one on Friday. Join my Discord to figure that one out. But yeah, I wish you all a lovely rest of your week. I wish you all good luck in getting Scarra with your first try. And not your 15th try. I know we will see each other again on Friday or Sunday. Bye!